kind of a two-parter. First off, is everything with the face, the injury from February, all healed up fully?
Yeah, everything's good to go back to a half shield, so it's nice to get back to that.
And second, a lot of times when guys have, like, say, like a shoulder injury, there may be some hesitation in terms of maybe going into the corners, taking a hit, stuff like that. Did you have to fight through anything like that in terms of maybe getting in front of a shot or anything like that with this injury?
Maybe the first couple of times you step on the ice, but after that, it just kind of fades away, and you don't really worry about it too much.
Next question from Mike DeFabo. Go ahead, Mike.
You're not even through your first NHL season, but you're participating in your second NHL training camp. I guess, what do you remember about that first training camp and the experience coming in as a guy trying to make the team, and how does that contrast to the way you feel now in this new training camp?
Yeah, it's a little different. When first training camp you come in, you don't know that many guys, and here you obviously you got to know everyone over the years, so you feel a little more comfortable with everything and kind of ease into it. You know the drills, the structure of the practice and what's going to happen, so it's a little nicer.
Next question from Taylor Haas. Go ahead, Taylor.
Hi, John. So how much does it help having this veteran leadership group with all they've been through to, carry you through these times? How much do you lean on that?
Yeah, they've been great. I mean, throughout the whole year and, through the first game to the last game, they've helped out the whole way. I mean, obviously there's still a lot to learn, and it's been a learning experience, and still is. But, the veteran leadership here is unbelievable, clearly, with the guys that we have. And, even with some of the younger guys, too, that have been around for a little longer than me, they've all been really helpful.
Next question comes from Dan Potash. Go ahead, Dan.
Hey, buddy. Curious about what you guys were working on in particular on the power play today, and if you could describe your level of comfort in working with someone like Justin Schultz on that unit.
Yeah, I mean, Schultz worked together a little bit before the season ended, so I think we kind of read off each other pretty good, and we know where each other are going to be, but we're still feeling out some new guys on the power play, and just getting back used to being on the power play, after taking some time off, but it'll come.
Next question comes from Matt Venzel. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, John. They just announced the Calder Trophy finalists, and I'm not sure if you saw that you weren't among them. It was huge, Kubelik and Makar. But I guess what are your impressions on those players, and how do you feel about being considered and not becoming a finalist?
Yeah, obviously they're incredible players and well deserving of the award for sure. Each and every single one of them. You don't really worry about it too much. I mean, we got training camp here and playoffs to worry about. So yeah, you don't think about it too much, but you just go out there and compete and let the rest take care of itself.
Okay, we'll go to Mike DeFabo right now. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, John. I guess there's a theory that a guy like you, having played all those regular season games, you're really not really a rookie anymore at this point. Do you feel that way about yourself, or what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, definitely have some experience under my belt. I mean, playoff hockey is a little different atmosphere, but yeah, I think I'll be ready to go out and compete just like any other player. And I don't think of myself too much as a rookie, and hold myself accountable just like anyone else on this team.
Hey, John. Next question's from Taylor. Go ahead, Taylor.
So yeah, you were one of the guys back early for the informal skates. How helpful was it to have so many guys here early for the informal skates for so long? And what does that say about this team? Because that wasn't the case with every team around the league.
Yeah, I thought that was great. It kind of gives us a little bit of advantage. We were able to skate with our teammates too and develop, a little bit of chemistry and kind of get ahead of the curve. So that was nice to have some guys back. And yeah, so I mean, I think it makes training camp too a little bit easier.
Next question is from Will Graves of the Associated Press. Go ahead, Will.
John, I'm just curious, Sully's talked about the need to ramp up the intensity pretty quickly because you're going to go straight into a playoff situation. When you're in camp here, when you're doing stuff, you're trying to find that grit. Are you consciously worried about, I want to make an aggressive play here, but I can't hurt this guy. He's my teammate, or him in a way that might put him in a compromised position? Do you think, oh my God, that's Gino. I can't do whatever. Is there any does that go through your head, or do you try to just be as instinctive as possible?
Yeah, you try to be instinctive as possible, but you know, you also want to be smart about it. At the end of the day, you know, these guys are your teammates, and you know, you don't want to hurt anyone out there, but you want to be competitive. So there's kind of that fine line, you know, and we also tread that line too in practice during the year. But you know, we also compete pretty hard in battle. But yeah, at the end of the day, you know, we make each other better out there, and you know, just try not to hurt anyone.
We have two more. Sean, go ahead.
Hey, John, thanks for doing this. Last couple of days have been a pretty good reminder of how well you and Marcus work together. I was just wondering if there's anything about his game that you think meshes particularly well with yours, because it feels like we're going to see a lot of you guys moving forward based on what Mike said earlier.
Yeah, I think we have, you know, pretty similar styles defensively, and you know, he's a great player. You know, he's easy to play with. He's easy to read off of. You know, you communicate really well out there, but even when we don't, you know, I kind of have a feeling of where he's going to be. But yeah, it's been fun playing with him, and you know, hopefully continue it.
Last one, Seth, go ahead.
Hi, John. Patrick Marleau, his draft year was your birth year. I'm just wondering, what's it like playing with a guy who he's accomplished so much, and he's, you know, kind of the graybeard of the team, so to speak. What's been the dynamic with him in the room so far?
Yeah, he's been great. It's pretty cool to have a guy like that around, you know, with his experience and you know, everything that he knows. He's trying to, you know, watch him on the ice and see what he does and the way he presents himself on and off the ice. But yeah, he's been great so far to have, and you know, really cool.